Welcome to the post-game wrap. Little Locked on Jazz TV. David Locke along with Ron Boone. I'll get the HD camera working eventually so you can look really good, Ron.
Yeah.
I promise.
I was worried about that.
All right, well, preseason game number 2, the Jazz win it 97-81, and really a much better performance by the Jazz than what we saw at Golden State.
Yeah, a much balanced attack there, and for the most part, they executed very, very well. You can see the improvement from one game to another. Practices, I think, have gone very, very well for this basketball team, and it starts to show out there on the floor.
All right, let's talk about some of the things we looked at the very beginning of the game. One was going to be offensive execution. You know, the Jazz are trying to pick up the tempo, but get into early offense, get quick hits. In Golden State, it seemed like it was just an early offense and almost an out-of-control fast break. How was that different tonight?
Tonight, it was much, much better. We saw it in the first quarter more so than we saw probably in the fourth quarter, to the point where the Jazz they had a tempo, they had a flow to it. If the fast break wasn't there, and obviously they want to push the basketball up the floor, wasn't there, they could get right into something. The key to transition basketball is to be able to get into something before the defense gets set. You get the defense in a scramble, you can make some things happen, and that's what Coach Corbin wants to happen here.
All right, the other one, Derek Favors got the start without Paul Millsap. Didn't really have a very big impact. When someone looks at the box score tomorrow morning, they're going to look down, everybody at double figures, but Derek in 18 minutes, 1.4 rebounds. He never really got going offensively. He had some impact on the game defensively.
Well, and hopefully that gets better. If you remember last season, he didn't demand the basketball that much, but he still was able to put up 13 points or something like that and come up with 7 or 8 rebounds. We haven't seen that part of Derek Favors yet. We haven't seen the part of Derek Favors that showed some improvement with his back to the basket like we were expecting from last season. So I think that's going to be a work in progress, because I don't think he's far enough along right now to where he's going to demand a lot of playing time.
We didn't talk about it to start the night, but he put himself in the forefront of the night once again. Enes Kanter, 12 points, 12 rebounds. Second straight double-double for Enes Kanter. What are you seeing, and how real is this, Ron? He's doing it against Cole Aldridge and Festus Ezeli and some guys that aren't marquee guys. But how real is what we're seeing out of Enes Kanter?
You know, I could care less about who he's doing it against, because he is doing it. And if he wasn't doing it and playing against guys like that, you know, he'd be at the 12th man on the team. But he has shown a tremendous amount of improvement. His footwork is there. His strength is there. His confidence is definitely there. And yeah, again, I think he's going to be one of the guys on this team that's going to continue to demand playing time. I mean, he's young, he's energetic, and I'm falling in love with him.
Marvin Williams, we're seeing more of him. He's the guy I think the Jazz fans are really going to love by the end of the year. He's just solid. I don't think he'll wow you, but we're watching him put up 10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. I just think he's not quite, but you know, he almost reminds me a little bit. It's almost Karolinko-esque the way I think he's going to work a box score. You may not notice it as it's happening, but you'll get home every night with Marvin, see 33 minutes and a solid line across the board. And he definitely plays hard and plays smart.
And that's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing. The Jazz went after shooters. He was one of them, and I think the Jazz are going to love him, love this guy, because he can shoot the basketball. He can shoot the three. That three-point shot is something that the Jazz have struggled with for years. I think this year we're probably going to be averaging probably 15, 16, 17, maybe even as high as 18 three-point attempts a basketball game. That catches up with the rest of the league. You know, the Jazz were probably at the bottom as far as three-point shot attempts last year, and so I think they're going to try to catch up with the rest of the league.
Final thing, Jamal Tinsley was not here today, so the Jazz played Randy Foye and Alec Burks together, kind of an old-school two-guard set. Neither's really a point guard. Both have some combo guard ability. Randy took the majority of the point guard time. What did you see in Randy Foye as a backup point guard?
Didn't see much. Didn't see much as far as, yes, this is the guy that's going to be the backup point guard. But I did see that he is very much under control. Probably is not going to turn the basketball over. Not going to hurt you if he's thrown in there to play the backup point guard. But I really didn't see much of the area.
Jazz will be in L.A. tomorrow. That's a radio-only broadcast. Ron and I will bring it to you from the Staples Center. Steve Nash, Kobe Bryant, World Meta Peace, Pau Gasol. Dwight Howard will not play, but he may play Tuesday. Again, the final score here, 97-81. Stay at weareutahjazz.com/LockedOnJazz for all the latest on the Jazz. And remember to subscribe at iTunes or follow us on Stitcher Radio, whatever you may do. Thank you very much, Ron. Go do Real TV now. We'll be in L.A. next. Thank you very much.